We want to start today with a sort of a question. Is being a mom fun?
Now, that's an interesting question. You might immediately say, your gut instinct might say it's an easy question, but we'll push it further. Sure, you love your kids, and at the end of the day, you absolutely love being a mom, but is being a mom fun? Well, our first guest says it should be. Author Connie Sokol is here to share some ways to put the fun factor back into motherhood, but first, a little inspiration from another mom we know and admire who seems to have this fun factor down.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Cressman with FM 100.3. But at home, I'm just mom. I have 3 boys, 4 actually, if you count my hubby. I have Troy, Parker, and Michael. The #1 reason I love being a mom is it's just the most magical experience I could have ever dreamed of. Because from the very moment they are born all the way through their teen years, you're watching them grow up, and you get to be a partner in that, and it's just so magical. I try to keep motherhood fun by playing with my kids. So when they were little, I was in the sandbox. You basically are getting dirty when the kids are getting dirty. And I have boys, so they love to play sports, so I played sports with them. And now that they're getting older, they're on the track and field, and I'm with them too, and I love it. I think it's important to have fun as a mom because you're doing 2 things. When they're little and you're playing right beside them, you're validating. You're saying, you know what, it's great to be little. It's great to play in the mud. It's great to do Legos. That's what we should be doing. Then as you get older, you're validating what they're interested in, you're interested in too. I want them to think that growing up, even though it's serious, is also fun too. So the best way I can do that is to give them an example of being a fun-loving parent.
She is fun right there, and you can tell just from like watching her interact with the kids and talking.
So well, yeah. One of our producers described her perfectly. She said she's walking sunshine. She is. She just radiates that fun factor, not only in motherhood but here at work.
Okay, so now, sure, there are responsibilities, but we all want to try to figure out how can you get some of that fun factor. So how do you put fun back into motherhood?
Connie Sokol is the author of the new book Motherhood Matters, and she is here with 3 ways to rediscover joy in the role of mom. Do you think most moms would say, yes, my job is fun?
No. I think they would say, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, especially in different phases, especially the young phase where you're sleep deprived so much of the time and you think it's endless and eternal, it will never end. And so I think that's what's amazing is, as moms, we have access to making it fun, but we just have to have that mindset to make it happen in our daily life.
Well, that's exactly what it is, because I don't think moms would think it's supposed to be fun. When you ask, like you were saying earlier, would you consider fun? Oh, it's great, it's rewarding, I love it, it's what I love to do. But fun isn't always the first thing that pops into your mind.
It's that functional, and we can do both. We can have the fun and functional. In fact, just recently, this has been life-changing for me. A friend of mine shared an experience that she had. Her sister-in-law had a baby, and so her gift to the sister-in-law was to drive to another state and then take care of the other 3 children, which is a great gift. Yeah, I would love that, sweetie. Anyway, she went and did that, but here's what she did that was so magical to me. She said, I just focused on having fun with those kids. She said, if they want to play Uno, we played Uno. We got down on the floor. They just danced around. She was in her sweats and a hair clip, and she just had a great time. And then she said, I felt so energized. She said it was like I got to be the favorite aunt. And I just went, ding, and that really hit it for me. I need to focus on that, having a little more of that favorite aunt thing, and that's what women can do. We can be the favorite aunt. We can take off the mama hat for an activity or a day or even just 10 minutes and say, I'm gonna get down and get jiggy with it. Let's do something fun.
Well, as the aunt, I think that's such a great idea. I mean, that's what I do with my sister's baby, with my friends' kids. You get to play that role. And I would imagine as a mom, just that mind shift would make a big difference.
Yes, and I love that you say it because it's going on the we. It's saying, you know, okay, let's just bag chores today and let's go to the park, and not being so functional and get the tasks done. And I was talking with some friends about this just yesterday, and they were saying, I end up pushing my kids aside to get things done, rather than, this is the reason why I had children, so we could have an enjoyable time as a family.
And there'll be people who say, well, you know, someone's got to be the mom. Someone's got to be responsible and get that stuff done. Sure. But it doesn't take a break. It doesn't hurt to take a break from being a mom to be the fun aunt.
And if you do 80% of the time, you're getting things done, that 20% can be fun, and that will yield big results.
You have a fun basket in your home that helps you keep this mentality as a mom.
I love it, and I keep it on my desk or somewhere close. And this is so great. Fill a beautiful basket with things that you love to do or eat or enjoy. And this is strictly for you as a mom, as a woman, and things that are non-productive. So maybe you'd have Cold Stone gift certificate or Seas chocolates or your favorite book. I've got Goose Girl in there, or North and South, like chick flicks that only you really thoroughly enjoy. Whatever it is, a pedicure certificate, and then do something from it every single day if you can. So maybe just a big thing one day or a small thing another day. This is huge. It brings back that smile and that connection to, ooh, I get to reward myself because I did not beat the dog today, that kind of a thing. So like at night when the kids are down and you can say, gee, should I put in another load of wash or should I do something fun? Do 15 minutes of fun.
Okay, from now, I mean, there are lots of daily chore things, just these grind that keep after you every day long. How do you handle that there?
You know, and that's the reality of being a mom. And I don't want to give this idea of everything's got to be this giddy parade every day. Not at all. But just juicing it up, adding a little bit of zest, a little sparkle to the mundane, you know, of motherhood. Because it just is. Cleaning toilets is cleaning toilets. You can't think that you're going to be joyous about it. But if you look at some of the things and say, okay, laundry, cleaning, what can we do sometimes to jazz that up? When I was back in my zealous mother phase and we had young boys, I was trying to help them get excited about chores. You know, boys, young, chores. It's just not a good combination. They're like, where's my Legos? But we did this really funny thing. We did this dino store, okay? It was the most hideous, simple refrigerator box. I think we stuck a couple of decals on it. It was not very fancy. But then we got these dollar store, you know, books and toys, because they were at the age where they think that's awesome. And then I just Xerox, just on our little copier, just some dino dollars, you know? And so they would earn these dino dollars for chores. They thought that was the cat's meow. And then they could go and redeem these dollars for these little toys and things like that. And it totally made them happy. So this was this fun thing, but I want to make the point. You don't have to do that all the time, and you don't have to do it for years on end. I think we did it 6 months, maybe a year. And you know, my other kids didn't get the dino store. Too bad for them. You know, that's the way that it goes. Don't feel guilty about that. You're going to have phases and pulses, but it was something that kind of added a little bit of juice, and that's what we can do. We can look at some things and say, how can I just add a little juice right now? Because I'm really losing the spark, so let's do something fun.
You posed the question to our viewers on Facebook.
Yes.
And there were some great responses of this very thing. Viewers who are finding fun in those daily do's, as you call them.
I loved it. They were darling. So many. It was so hard to choose. One gal was talking about how they did holiday breakfast. Another gal said that she would go on and she would do, she said laughter was so important because she said her toddler just the other day, she was wearing pajamas and her toddler locked her out of the house. So she had to have the neighbor come and help her break back into her house. It was hilarious. Another one said that she loved to, they make up lyrics and they dance and sing at the top of their lungs. And here she has 2 disabled kids and she said, you know, it's tough days, but there's always something good to be happy about. That was the #1 response, was the dancing and singing. And I thought, that's so easy to do. Turn on a song for 5 minutes. I remember back in my childhood, we're doing Sister Sledge, making spaghetti in the kitchen, we are family, giving it lolly, you know. Those, out of all my childhood, that's one of the things that stands out to me. So this fun factor is huge. And you see the mom smile, and that's what your kids want. They just want to see you smile and see that you're happy. And when you have a few minutes of that, that means gold to them.
And that's the best gift a mom can give the kids, is just being fun and being happy. That's what they want to see. Thanks, Connie.
You bet.